So what do these heat waves tell us about the severity and seriousness of our changing climate? Joining us is Rupert Read, the author of Why Climate Breakdown Matters. Rupert, thanks so much indeed for your time. According to your estimates and the research that you've done, is the climate crisis moving faster than you thought? I had understood that temperatures like 40 degrees Celsius in the south of England weren't due for another 10, 20 years.
Well, you're right. The tragic truth is that some of what's happening, and this is an example, is exceeding the supposed worst case scenarios that scientists had been predicting for us. What this shows is that when you have models of how bad dangerous climate change should be, those models should not be taken as entirely reliable indicators. Things may get worse than what is in those models. Models are only models. So the climate crisis is here. It's not something for the future, it's here. We are in the age of consequences. There are going to be more off-the-scale events like this one. But for now, we've got to try to prepare ourselves for something we've never experienced in my country before.
The science is completely well understood now. So let's not go into the greenhouse gas emissions and how we have to reduce the human consumption of fossil fuels. But tell me about how you think governments are prepared for what's happening right now, because the climate crisis can produce everything from tsunamis and deadly flooding to the wildfires that we're seeing in southern Europe. How are governments prepared to help their people?
It's a great question. And the answer is they're not very well prepared, or certainly the UK government is very poorly prepared. This is now as much about readiness and about preparation as it is about greenhouse gas reduction. And there needs to be a step change in the way that we approach this kind of thing. We need to act also from the ground up. We cannot rely on our governments to sort this for us because they've proven chronically unable to do so far. So this is going to depend as much on local communities and on first responders as it is on central or even local government. That maybe is not how it should be, but it's how it is. And I would urge everyone watching this, wherever you are, to be clear that this will come for you. This is coming for everybody. People in Britain, we may have thought we've got a temperate climate, we're relatively immune. We're now finding out that that is not the case. Our climate is subject to more distortion than has ever been the case before. And it really is about all of us from the ground up, putting pressure on governments, yes, but also undertaking our own preparedness, our own readiness as best we can.
Rupert, this is the first time I've ever spoken to you on TRT World. I really appreciate it, and we're going to leave it there, but I hope that you'll come back and we can talk about this some more, because clearly this story is never going away, not during our lifetimes anyway, is it? Rupert Read, thank you very much indeed.